This is a ticket to the party.
Evening, boys. First service. You gotta love Mohammed.
Oh! That is a moment of absolute magic from Federer.
It's Murray magic, though.
Djokovic, what are you doing?
He's got quite a large gluteus maximus.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy new... Actually, no, forget the people at home. Boys, happy new year. Welcome back to the greatest podcast on the airwaves. How are we?
All right.
I'm doing well, mate. Doing well. Pretty early morning for me.
Absolutely no. Of
7
course,
a.m. and it's beautiful country, baby.
happy new year. We are glad to be all back together. We are one man down. Sadly, Skinny has been hit with the New Year sickness bug, but we are going to push on and we're going to give you the news, the tennis patter, some questions. We're going to just hitting you back the way we were in 2024, but better for 2025.
Yeah. What have we missed? What have we missed in the news?
Nothing.
United
Yeah,
Cup.
nothing's really happened.
That was alright.
United, yeah.
USA.
Yeah, I mean, it was good for the tennis world. How was everyone's New Year?
It was
Quiet.
good.
How was yours?
Mine was pretty quiet. Well, that's maybe not true.
Mine was not quiet.
I was out a lot. I bet I hit a new record for money spent on alcohol.
How much we talking?
Oh, it could be close to four figures.
Christ.
4 figures. 4 figures?
Jesus.
Over what?
Yeah.
How many days? How many days is this? Is this 1 weekend? Or is this 2 weeks?
I'd say from Christmas Eve to the 1st. Yeah, I was in the 1,000 mark.
For a week.
Yeah, but
It's like 250.
who's counting? Who's counting? It's
Yeah.
Christmas.
Fucking
Yeah.
live life, man.
I think
That's
I
life.
nearly ruined a lot of relationships at the tennis club, and I was lucky that it got icy one day because we were meant to hit one day, and I sent a message in the hitting chat saying, "Sorry, boys, won't make it anymore." At 38 minutes past 1 in the morning, when I
Yeah.
was in Word Up.
Yeah, you're in our local club, our local nightclub. Jeez,
Jesus fuck,
has everyone been in there? When's the last time everyone's been in a nightclub apart from Prices this weekend? Cal,
Mine was this weekend.
okay.
Yeah, you tried to turn that on me, Ross P, and he
Yeah, I
just made you
tried to
look
turn
like a
that
dick.
around, but yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
I've not been in a
Peter-
club in
Peter-
about...
Peter Pan.
Perth.
Never getting old, mate.
Will we get into the tennis?
Yes, let's go for it.
I think we should
Go
enter the
for it.
tennis. I didn't really have anything of note of the United Cup other than Daniel
I've got
Collins'
loads.
handshake to Swiatek,
There you go.
which was
Best one.
hilarious.
Yep.
Incredible,
I
mate.
backed her in the
Incredible.
last pod, and I'm going to continue to back her now. I love her.
Here's my thing. Iga Swiatek, terrible for the sport, awful personality. Sorry, don't care. Like there's just something unlikable about her. Like, I don't know what it is. She's just like she just doesn't ever seem too happy, and like I don't know, man, strange. And I loved that she lost to Coco Gauff, who could basically never beat her.
Yeah. Do you think she's a bit like Djokovic when he was younger?
No,
That kind of.
Nah,
he was
Djokovic had a
funny.
bit more about him.
Yeah.
No, but when he
Jo-
first
Djokovic-
broke through, nobody liked him. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but
Yeah,
like
but I'd
nobody liked him
at least
because he
had
took the
something not
piss.
to like. Yeah, there was something like literally there you not to like. I was watching the Swiatek versus Golf, and I was like, it's just a bit. I don't know.
Dull?
If she's the world number one, or
this-
I don't think she is world number one anymore. But she's like supposedly the best. She's number two.
baby.
And I'm just a bit. I was all on Golf. I was like, I just.
I thought Golf was really good from what I saw, which was nice to see because she kind of tailed off like very quietly at the end of last season. So much so I forgot to put in any of my predictions for last year.
Tell you who,
yeah, for
I
this
tell
year,
you
sorry.
who had a brilliant effort for the United Cup. Katie Bolter, unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Like
Brilliant.
really good.
Brilliant.
Could
Really
have
engaged,
Could have
am I
beat Iga.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Rocks on her
happens.
finger.
Sometimes they get engaged or they get
The
married
demon.
or you have a kid and they.
The one that got away, Callum.
What, the manure?
No. Well, he'll be running away. I hate him.
No, I'm a big fan, man. But she looked really good. Obviously, Raducanu pulled out of Auckland, I think, from a back injury. But I caught her doing fucking laps of Melbourne, so obviously not that injured, but nice for the prize, man.
Callum chasing her to make sure she gets home safe. Raducanu.
Mate, she's pulled out. She pulled out after the draw, so I'm pretty sure she then gets her appearance money, which would have been probably a
Ooh.
fucking fortune for her to be there.
Oh yeah.
And
Legend. I don't like him. I
pulls
like
out with
that.
a back injury. 2 days later, I'm out of fucking a drive to work, and she's she's doing sprints past me in Armadale. I was like, you bastard, man. Unbelievable.
You should have pulled in. How's the back, man? Give her a wee bit of chat.
Nah, she
Oh
was
yeah.
had the
Maybe
headphones
not.
on.
Maybe not when you're in your car and along
Yeah,
the
that's
curb.
a bit-
Hi,
yeah,
but
hey,
not
hey,
follow.
girls, just out a run. Yeah, maybe not.
Well, who else was it? You
But I'm
seen
on
as
the
a Katie
watch.
Swan as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
but she's not in any draw. But I know her boyfriend's Aussie, I think, so maybe that's why she's.
Yeah.
I live beside Armadale, so it's quite an area, like a fancy area where they all seem to stay. So I'll be on the hunt, and any more, I'll get in contact with you. I
Pal,
know.
can't see you on the hunt. You can't see you on the hunt. You might as well
You
say
can.
you're on
Yeah.
the prowl.
No, yeah, I'm not for males as well.
Oh yeah,
No,
well,
absolutely.
don't discriminate.
No, I'm ready to see, but no, it's a nice restart to. I saw Alexander Muller. He won one of the lead up tournaments, and he's like the first player to ever win a tournament with Crohn's disease. Good on
Oh
him.
well, congrats. Good on him.
My man.
Yeah, look at me with the
I mean,
knowledge.
I could find him in my soup and not know who he was. I could never spot him in a crowd.
Nah, cool guy. And then Kane Ishikori back as well. Come on.
Yeah.
Legend.
Well, that's
Cam
two
Norrie.
this week because you've got Riley Opelka back as well.
Yeah, he was good.
Taking bodies.
Taking Djokovic out. Djokovic obviously didn't have Murray there because Murray's skiing. I'll be on the Murray. Look out for sure, Ross P. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But no, it's an exciting start to the tennis world, baby. Come on.
Hey, if we have a good
2025.
start to the year, Murray might be on the lookout for you.
Yeah.
Never know. I thought I was just when I got this mic, Ross P and I were on earlier having a wee test at it, and it just happened to come up on my feed. Pretty poor start from Brits in the qualifying for the Aussie Open. Well, I say a poor start. It's been good. Was it
Heather was.
Harriet Dart one.
Harriet Dart one as well? I think
Yeah.
Harriet
Heather-
Dart. She
What
won.
you
but
want to
Dan
say
Evans,
is Dan Evans.
Massive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
but that's like I'm not
Could
being.
it be retirement soon?
Well, no, because he's just come out in the press and said he's feeling as if he can get back to his best at 34. Nah, he's done for me. He's done. He's done.
He's a
think he's
journeyman.
done.
He'll go for a few years.
I might
We
see
need
him out
Kyle
the
Edmund
weekend. though.
back, the most exciting guy on the tour.
Right, boys. Next week, I think for sure we will be breaking down the draw of the Australian Open. But just before we get to there, any big shouts? Any controversial opinions for the Australian Open?
My sort of view after seeing him come back is Kyrgios is going out early doors.
Oh yeah. First round. I reckon. I think it's a tough.
If
draw.
not
He's
first round,
gone.
second round.
Yeah. But he's not.
And it'll
he's
be
not-
like a 5-setter in the first round.
Anyone seen the Kyrgios picture of being bald?
No.
Yeah,
No,
terrible.
Is the hairline
was
go? Is it
all-
gone or is it
it's
just
short.
No,
shaved?
it's all
It's like-
bald here.
Yeah, it's like in a really bad bit as well, like out
He
of nowhere.
sprayed it. Sprays it on.
Oh, so
That's incredible.
Oh, right, okay.
Pricey, you might need to do that soon. That's rough.
No, Price's get the Alpecin caffeine shampoo.
Yeah, I'll bring it out, man. I'll ship you one over, Colin, if you see
should
him running.
message Kyrgios. You should message Kyrgios.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. I've been there, mate. Use this.
I've always meant to mention this to you guys. All I ever see him is slating like small podcasts and like that who's that Andy Murray fan? Scott
he's a
Barkley, is it? And he
Yeah,
replies to
yeah.
him and just nails him. So there's
They-
absolutely
No,
no
but
way I'm ever DMing him.
Respectable as well, because like that, you can tell that guy's never even ran a day in his life. So come on, man.
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to think of before we move on if there's any other results that were quite. I loved seeing Rublev go out. Great start to my year because everyone seems to love him and I just think he's a total prick. So
Yeah,
it was
I'm
good to
not
see
a
him
fan.
struggle.
You were comparing me to Rublev earlier in the year. You dick.
Yeah, because
Calling
your
him a
stupid
prick.
haircut, nothing else. Nothing to do with your tennis ability,
My
just
hair's
your
not
stupid
in the-
hair.
No, I had a haircut in the last 6 weeks, so
Brilliant. Let's not go on with this, Ross P.
It's going up.
2025. Only looking forward.
Boys, I'm going to Australian Open qualifying today. I work with a guy who he coaches on tour and the girl he coaches, she's playing today in qualies. I'm looking forward to it. They were saying that qualies are the time to be at Grand Slams because despite not being in the main draw, it's what matters the most. So everyone's like fucking fighting and crying and shit, so I can't wait for it.
yeah.
Well, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
It's guaranteeing these guys and girls a paycheck into it for the. If they don't
This
qualify,
is
they
their
don't
year.
get anything.
If they
Like that could
qualify, it
make
could
their
be the whole
year
year.
one qualifying,
Yeah.
like one run at it, and then you get your main draw money. That's like life
Yeah, well,
career changing, probably actually.
You got a chance to draw anyone. You could go and draw Djokovic, Sinner, Alcaraz.
She
in
drew.
the first
She
round.
drew her best friend.
oh, that's rough.
Oh, Gary and I have seen how that happens on court. It doesn't work.
Oh God, so
Have
we man,
we
that is a
posted the
tough one.
handshake from that match? I want to post a handshake from that match.
You
We
have
should-
that
we should
permission,
post that.
It is there. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
When
man.
Gary wouldn't look me in the
Unbelievable.
eye because he's a.
You're the
doesn't
one
matter
that
if Gary
we
is, I
won't
like
get
him
into on the
still. We made
podcast.
up at the Riley, so we'll get over it.
Boys, I usually actually start the podcast with just asking like for any like opinions on things, and I'm just going to throw a random one in here because I know some people listen to this and they don't even care about tennis, which is really nice of them. I'm just going to throw a random one. I want a yes or no vote on this. Roll on deodorant.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
What do you mean? What is?
Boys, basically,
Callum is disconnected for those
Callum,
of us.
He's saying roll on deodorant and then just
Um,
disappeared.
I
Must
think
be back.
obviously you only ask for a yes or no, but I've heard it's much more efficient.
yeah.
bro, it's fucking brilliant.
Is it really?
Listen, you don't need to worry about it getting on your t-shirts. That's
And
Have
you
you
don't even
discovered
need to
this?
worry about smelling, mate. You just fucking glide through life with this roll on deodorant, man. It's life changing.
Have you just discovered this? This is like a
This is,
man
mate,
who's just
I bought a
discovered
first
this a week
one
or so.
3 weeks ago. I bought my first one. Fuck.
Yeah.
Haven't sweated since.
Nah, bro, just smell like an absolute god.
Are you like an old Spice kind of bloke?
Nah.
Mm.
Who, Ross B?
No, you to
No.
go with the tash and that,
No. I just get whatever's fucking cheapest chips, mate.
and it still
Credit
works.
crunch in it. Financial
Yeah.
crisis.
No.
It costs about $400
Boring.
to get a fucking deodorant out here. Rusty, what do you use? Rusty, what do you use? You
Lard.
do like wing sweat.
God.
Ranch.
Hey,
No, Rosby sweats ranch.
I've not had ranch. I've never had. I'd love to have ranch. Not as a deodorant, but I'd love to have ranch
No.
as a condiment.
See,
I've
just
never
while we're
had-
doing opinions of things, because this has come up in my life recently. One of the boys I work with, he's like, "Oh, you need to hear about this new toothpaste I got," and he went on and on about it. I mean, fuck me, you going to just tell me what it is? He's got red velvet cake flavoured toothpaste.
No.
No, I
That's a
get it.
big no from me.
No,
You've got, like,
no.
Imagine what. Imagine brushing your
How
teeth
big's this guy?
and tasting what you like. Oh, ugh.
Like, I
It's
mean, come on.
disgusting.
You can't just get away from cake for a minute and brush his teeth.
I mean, I
Yes,
don't want to
that's
name drop the
unbelievable.
guy because he does a lot for us. He gives us a lot of help in the tennis world at home. He's like a behind the scenes star that I'm pals with him, and you guys don't really know him.
Is he big sausage?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yes.
does sound like a
okay,
sausage.
okay, fair enough.
And
Take
don't
that
worry,
back.
I gave him
Lads,
thorough abuse
what?
for it at the time. I'm just
Red
glad you were
velvet.
back.
What would you have if you had to have a flavoured toothpaste? What would you have?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Vodka soda lime.
I don't know.
Just never, like, because if you brush your teeth before you go out on the pool or whatever, then just taste what you're going to drink.
So you just taste like your breath will smell like alcohol permanently.
Ah, shit, yeah, that's the only catch.
Yes,
That's
only
true,
one-
mate. That's a total
Dri-
junkie.
driving
Driving to work. Sorry, officer, I've just brushed my teeth.
just my toothpaste. Jeez, like
I do.
Goose
I'd maybe do.
Colgate.
I've got an obsession with tiramisu just now, so I'd maybe do that.
Oh,
You're a
tiramisu's
man of culture.
class, man.
I enjoy a
Love a
tiramisu.
man.
You know what I'd have see the flavour of like coconut jelly beans. It's perfect.
That is worse than
Man,
red velvet cake.
It's
No,
mad
I would
every
never
week
have
you
it, but
just-
you're like, oh, what would you have? Is mint obviously as a toothpaste, as an actual toothpaste. But if I was
you
gonna
just
go down
climb
the
up
route
that
of-
spectrum
what should
every
I
week, man.
Yeah.
You've asked me a question about what would I have food wise in the toothpaste. You'd have some sort of jelly bean flavour. Would you I'll have chicken and chips?
Oh,
Or I'll have, what else would
Look,
you
boys,
have there?
before we go on, obviously it's summer holidays here, and I am the man in charge of tennis camps for like 300 kids. So it's time for me to pack up and leave.
It
Apologies.
is.
I will do my best to be on for longer next time. Enjoy the rest of the pod. I know you've got a good segment coming up, so just because I'm leaving, Mark McGrath, doesn't mean you have to leave. See you later, boys. Enjoy your day.
righty hoes, Cal.
Have a good-
We're
See
going to
Cal.
move straight on anyway as he dives out. Are we ready to go? And the good thing is here, boys, we've got the three of us, so we can kind of discuss these things. Anyway, will I just read it out first for all the listeners so they can have a wee minute to make their own judgment on the 5 things we're about to rank? Yes?
Yeah, go for it. What is it we're talking
So
about?
we were asked the question, rank these teenage tennis achievements from 1 to 5 and send them as a DM. They were meant to go to Skinny, but Skinny's not here, so we've decided we're just going to discuss them all, and at the end we'll put them into an order which suits us. All right. So the first of the 5 is Nadal winning the French Open.
Okay.
Obviously. Second one, probably the most obvious one, is Raducanu winning the US Open as a qualifier. The third one is Hingis winning the Australian Open as the youngest ever Grand Slam winner. Next one is Becker winning Wimbledon at 17. Insane. And the last one, Sharapova winning Wimbledon at 17. So a lot to get through there. Will we just start at the top and go with Nadal winning the French?
Yeah, so this is on the back of Luke Littler winning the World Championship darts, isn't it? I mean, 'cause I was watching.
It's nice of him to join us in the podcast tonight as well.
I don't look like Luke Littler enough. I'll have John Suter, but I won't have Luke Littler.
You don't look like Luke Littler. But this is because
you look like Stephen Bunton. Sorry.
Who, me?
No, nothing. Sorry, I was talking to someone else.
When we were out last week, he was Brendan Dolan.
Sorry, Ross B, give us your Nadal input, please.
No, I was talking about Littler. I was talking about why we're even talking about this is because he won these World Darts Championship at 17, and I was watching. It was on the BBC, not the usual BBC Gary enjoys, but it was on that in the news channel. And what happened was they were talking about, if Littler wins, it's on par with it. They were comparing it to Pele winning the World Cup and Becker winning Wimbledon, and I'm like, there's no chance that can be anywhere near that sort. They were Ronnie O'Sullivan. I was like, okay, fair enough for the snooker. That snooker and darts.
I don't think it's even close to that.
No, but that in terms of like a ballpark, fair enough. You can go in that ballpark, but for Pele and Becker, for them to even throw that out there as an iota of a similarity and achievement is fucking mental. I was really, really angry at the BBC.
Yeah, it's not.
I've been cooking on that for ages.
I totally agree, Ross P. But I think you are spot on. I understand it's the start of the year. The sporting world is. Oh, of course.
Yeah,
but
congrats.
Obviously, the sporting world's gone quiet at the moment, so they're trying to rouse up some interest. Of course, as they would. But that is just some incredible shouts, which are wrong.
Yeah, I was really angry. I've been festering on it for days, so I just need to get that out off my chest. But yeah, sorry.
No, I agree. But we'll bring it back to the tennis.
Yeah,
we'll bring it back. Gary, Nadal winning the French. Mr. Brown, what are you? Oh, it's just some comments on it. We're not looking for you to rank it just yet.
It was
it's
obviously
incredible. It's incredible.
A massive achievement. I mean, what year was it? 2005, the first one.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
He'd been on tour playing on tour for 2 years at that point, which is wild because he missed 2 through injury, and he still won it at 16.
Incredible.
So it's nuts to even think about doing that at that age is mental. Like we're still struggling to play tennis. I'm in my early 30s, but you boys are clinging on to your 20s. But being that good at that age is wild.
Yeah. It's like I'm no surprise that's the one I put as the top achievement. I
didn't have that as top.
I always go on how hard it is to win the French, in my opinion. I know you disagree with me. I do think it's the hardest to win. Just point for point, it's the hardest way to win a point. So I just think at that age to have that mentality, and like you said, to have missed 2, and then to come in strong just the first time you're fit and win it, it's pretty huge.
It's certainly been the hardest one to win in the last 20 years, causing Nadal. So you just
maybe that's where I'm being clouded, but I do stand by what I say. I mean, it's very tough. Ross P, will hit you with the next one because I know you love British tennis. Raducanu winning the US Open as a qualifier. Just before you go saying, what a night. Remember, all of us together, what a night.
Did you end up on a table? Someone
Was
ended up on a table.
that when we finally won something?
Yes.
Yeah, I did a lot of terrible things that night.
Club championships.
Yeah. Anyway, Ross P, hit us with it.
Yeah, I know we didn't say we were going to rank them, but that is my number one.
Okay.
Because it's going through qualifying and the full draw and not dropping a set. And I think, I'm not even sure if she dropped more than 5 games. It was maybe 4 or 5 games in a set. I don't think she ever went a tiebreak, from memory. That's my number one, that. Because it's for an 18-year-old to go to New York, go through qualifying, and go through the whole slam and not drop a set is insane, especially in this day and age, because the level's so much higher. Every year it goes on, the level of qualifying will be much higher than it was back in 15, 20 years ago. So that's why I thought I'd put it up at number one, because that was only 2021.
Yeah.
So
The only difference of opinion I have with you there is she just hit this massive purple patch.
Yeah.
Which, like, you've got to do it sometimes, and you've got to find ways to win. And she was like a bull. She was unstoppable.
Yeah. The thing with Raducanu at the US Open as well, fair enough, she was superb, and she showed a lot of mental strength, because obviously what happened at Wimbledon, she pulled out in the fourth round, didn't she? Fair play to her for coming back for that.
Not to dive too deep into that, because it obviously is so sensitive. Yeah, no, you're right.
So the draw opened up lovely for her, but fair play.
It was
in front of you.
You can't go into that too much, obviously, because it's very sensitive. But I think a lot of the pressure came after the win, because it was piled on her by the British media and the British public.
Yeah.
And I'm not one for defending her, and I never have defended her. But I will say this now: the way that Britain treated her was horrific, like really, really bad. And she's still. I'm going to go ahead and say she's done more for the game than Andy Murray for juniors. I'm sorry. Andy Murray was massively let down as well, in terms of they didn't capitalise on what he actually won. I mean, she's only 2 slams behind him.
No.
Like, don't get me, like, I'm right. Andy Murray was not capitalised on.
That's that is one of the worst shouts I've ever heard.
It's not. They made more out of that.
Bad.
I'm not saying she's done more personally, but they finally jumped on the bandwagon with her, and she was the face of British tennis after that.
Oh, you're talking about the LTA?
Yeah, I'm not talking about her individually.
Fair. LTA.
Yeah, I'm just saying they fucked it up so much with Murray, and they did actually quite a good job with her, but it put too much pressure on her.
But you can't say Raducanu did more for juniors in
UK
for tennis.
Anyway, that's a side piece. We'll not rant on that. The next one is going to have to go to both of you, because you're the older of the three. Hingis winning the Australian Open as the youngest ever Grand Slam winner.
Well, I haven't a clue. I was 3 years old. Ross P, 97. What year were you born?
I was probably born when she won it.
Well, it was January.
Was it Australian Open?
Yeah.
No, I was born in October.
Me.
I was fetus. So, but we can look at old videos and then VHS tapes, and then
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to go back and compare to, like, obviously there's quite a lot in there recent, and yeah, it has ranging timescales, obviously, but obviously an incredible achievement. To ever be the youngest to do something is always an incredible achievement. I can't even relate to the field she would have they would have been against. Sorry, I don't know.
Like, fair play to Hingis. Like, the length of her career was wild. She won that in 97, and she was still winning doubles, Grand Slams, and
a serious player.
Oh yeah. It's difficult to rank these ones like Becker, Hingis, Sharapova for them ages for me. That's why the more recent ones, it's kind of like a recency bias in a way, but the athleticism and the quality of play in more recent years has been higher, so it's more difficult to do, and especially more difficult to do if you got to go through qualifying. So that's why Raducanu's one for me, and then you got to go Nadal's up there, because it's...
Well, I know which one's fifth for me, because I have no time for illicit substances.
Sharapova.
So Sharapova is fifth for me, just off the bat, because, I mean, all right, who did she beat?
Serena.
And she's a druggie.
She beat Serena. Oh no, she didn't.
Serena wasn't.
She didn't.
That was back then.
Was it not Lindsay Davenport she beat? Let me look that up.
Oh, I used to love Lindsay Davenport on Virtua Tennis 2009. She was my top female player on that game on the Wii.
I don't think I played that. I think I was always Wii Tennis. I never really got into these virtual
tennis. We can tell the way you play Wii Tennis, the way you use that forehand.
Nah, top spin.
Whoa, what you doing there? That was a lot of wrist action, Pricey.
Hell yeah. Sorry, the next two were Becker winning Wimbledon at 17. That's one I have seen more clips of, to be fair, of what a player.
The crazy one about that was he almost retired from, I don't know what round it was, it might be the first or second round. It was an early round, he almost retired from the match.
I never knew that.
He was injured at the umpire's, whatever it's called, chair. Thank you. And he literally put his hand across the net to the guy to shake his hand, and then went, actually, no, I'm okay. I'm going to keep going. And then he went on and won the fucking tournament. So I didn't know that.
That's incredible. That might push him up for me.
He was 10 seconds away from that not happening.
Wow. And then that's, for me, like, that's a career changer. Like, there's no guarantee you would ever win it after that again.
Ballsy to do that, man.
It's kind of like Raducanu. Like the opportunity came at that age. She went through and do it. It changed your life. It changed her life.
He ended up a criminal.
Well, we all do bad things, Gary.
He's all right now. He's fine. He's done his time.
Fine.
He's grand.
He's paid his bills.
Yeah.
He's back in form. And obviously, last one, we kind of touched on it there. Sharapova winning Wimbledon at 17. What year would that have been?
2004.
2001. Was it 4? Shit. It was 2001.
Gary remembers that one real well.
Yeah, real.
Getting to that funny age where you got it.
I was 10. Jesus.
Well,
but I do remember watching it. I do remember it.
I know I had a wee bit of a flippant comment about it there, but another incredible athlete. Like that 5 is just, well, that 5 is listed with 4 incredible athletes who, like you said, had long, like really extremely prosperous careers, won lots. Like, it's just the fact they did it at that age was what made it so impressive.
Yeah,
it's true. She probably would have had more Grand Slam wins if she didn't get caught doping, but I mean, what did she get? Was it not like a 2-year ban she had back in the day?
She got really heavily fined because whether or not she was the only one doing it, it was like that shocked the tennis world when that came out.
Yeah.
Like, I remember reading that because when was that? 2018, 2019?
Oh no, it was a lot earlier than that.
No, it was before that. Way before that.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I seem to feel as if I was at sea at the time, and that's why it shocked me.
No,
nothing else to think about. Like
2016.
I don't.
Your,
2016 was what was
Seaman
the
discharge book, did you? I love that. Every time you mention you're at sea, I love
My
that.
Siemens discharge book. It's not as horny as it sounds, folks. It's an official British UK government document.
It's brilliant though, man. It's so good.
Yeah, it's a good laugh. And the funny thing is, I just have loads of guys' names in it. Alfred, because that's the name of the boat I work on. So my British Siemens discharge book is full of men.
Are the pages stuck together?
Oh, no. It's a very well kept book, Ross B. You'll be happy to know.
Yeah, buzzing, man.
I think that kind of covers us on that. I don't have anything else to say about any of that stuff. Have you got a ranking order, boys? Or are we quite happy just to have discussed it?
It's tough to rank that, man.
I think it's tough to rank too, especially having not seen 3 of them.
Ross Skinner was the old guard here. We needed him.
Skinny could have kept us right, I think, and that's why it was his idea.
The only differentiator, I'm not sure, I think I'm right, but I think the only differentiator is Raducanu's the only one to come through qualifying and not drop a
it is
the whole thing. So I think
it's easy to forget, but she's incredible. Yeah, that is incredible. Is there any other business?
Any other business? AOCB at the end of the meeting?
Don't think so. Callum Price, will I see you in the court tomorrow? Weather dependent.
If you take back your comments about my thumb, but you can just privately message me because we're not going to bring that onto the pod because I'm not getting called Fat Thumb Pricey for the rest of this year.
You brought it up yourself.
Yeah, no, you've just done it.
I know. I've kind of fucked it myself. No, I think that's everything. I feel as if Rossby had something I was going to say to you at the court earlier, but it was.
We tease what we're going to do next week along with the draw dissection.
No.
We certainly can. With the draw dissection, we will be going right through the draw as we always do and making a total knob of it.
Yep.
Yes.
But we also have plans to dissect what's the best word for it?
Fantasy tennis.
A fantasy tennis kind of
game
thing, and we want to get you guys involved. We need a little bit longer just to make it work, but we will be putting it out to all of you. We'll be having our own predictions, of course, and our own players, but we'd like to get the fans involved, and we can maybe discuss if there could be any prizes for the listeners getting good things on.
Oh yeah, well, if someone joins the league, sort of thing.
Yeah, we'd obviously have a long way to go, and we'll keep you posted if you keep tuning in. That's the best way to know. If you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the raffle. So you've got to listen in, and we will keep you in the loop, folks. Other than that, from the Callum Price side of the Listen Strong Tennis podcast, it's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
That was so smooth. Don't edit that, and obviously cut that. Right. Okay, right, go finish.
The 3 Ronnies, man.